Whoooosh! Hiya there, everyone! Welcome back to another exciting installment of Super Ultra Gaming! Today, we're going to be continuing through our playthrough of Quest Failed, Ren's Adventure, starring everybody's favorite, incredibly gorgeous spy, me! We've reached the Bandits' fortress now, which is where things start to get really interesting. That is to say, Ren in the game, have been tasked with hunting down Cecil, the bandit leader, because he's been up to some really bad stuff lately. Worse than usual for a bandit. But of course, a bandit fortress is going to be impenetrable as, well, a fortress, so it's not going to be easy. But when has that ever stopped me, or Ren, in the game? Let's see how it all goes down. Thankfully, these particular bandits are either really stupid, overconfident, or both. And let me just waltz right in through the front door. So, finding a point of entry is no problem at all. Ooh, and here comes the best part! My mandatory unskippable intro that happens in each new area! Chant along if you know the words! Bewitching beauty from the east, fame to all those who dare to walk the path of evil. Known far and wide across the land for her legendary skills and equally legendary bust alike. Men both fear and lust for her in equal measure. Women envy her, especially the captain of the Royal Guard. Gawk in awe and tremble in fear, evildoer. For you have been graced by the presence of Super Ultra Royal Spy Ren! Sparkle, sparkle, shine! That never gets old, and I'm gonna ban anyone who says otherwise. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Valiant Knight 444. Don't think I don't know who you are. And here we have the first fight in the fortress. Luckily, it's nothing too complicated, since the poor grunt is still reeling in awe from my flashy intro. You just gotta slash him a couple of times and down he goes! Whatcha! And with that little bit of super ultra violence out of the way, the hunt for Cecil can begin. These gates are locked, as you can see. But that's never stopped me. We just skillfully craft all the junk we picked up a second ago, and ta-da! A lockpick! Locks are no obstacle at all for a super ultra spy! The next fight is a bit more scary than the last, with 3 grunts lining up for a pounding. But as my adorable counterpart is so helpfully explaining, all I gotta do is flutter my lashes a few times with the charm skill, and I'll have him drooling harmlessly in no time at all. Okay, that wasn't as smooth as it could have been, but we got there in the end. And with all of them charmed, we get what's known as a unique victory. Basically just a special way of winning the fight that leads to some bonus XP and a little scene after. Look at them waddle away. Aren't they cute? Looks like the way up to the top floor is super duper locked up, so we gotta secure some keys before we can go any further. Gosh, Cecil isn't making this easy, is he? Before we explore too much, though, I'll just heal up at this handy barrel of booze that's lying around and refill my flask. I used it earlier without much explanation, but basically I get 5 swigs from it before I gotta top it up again. Totally unique and original mechanic, yep. Oh, shh! Do you see those eye icons hovering above the bandits' heads? That means it's stealth time! You know, super sneaky spy things. It's nothing too complicated. You just gotta weave in and out of their line of sight, keep behind them like so, and... Oh, crap. I thought he'd stay turned around for longer. This could be bad. Okay. It's not the end of the world if we gotta fight one of these guys. As chibi but equally gorgeous me said, though, my swords are useless against enemies this heavily armored. So it's stance-swapping time, where I sheathe my blades and duke it out hand-to-hand style. Watch and be amazed as my tiny yet deadly fists punch right through his armor. And the damage might not seem amazing at first, but in this stance, I enter what's known as a flow state. Each hit I land increases the flow, and in turn increases my damage, along with my chance of dodging moves. Pretty neat, huh? Ooh, drunk, dizzy, and getting into a punch-up with someone I just met? Sounds like an average night out in Ron. Thankfully, I'm still more than capable in this state, so down he goes! Probably not gonna get as lucky in the other fights, though. So I'll just make sure to get these guys in the back when I can. Nice and sneaky does it! That's the stealth part done with. We're making good progress. Just got a few more chumps to slice through before we find that first key. Though, I probably should have been more methodical about this and taken out the lone guy on the left first because, yep. They do like to call for backup when they can. Oh well, shouldn't be too difficult. Just gotta be mindful of the tough bandit in the middle here while I take out the grunts and... Oh, whoops! Didn't mean to go for him. I might be done for now. worked out okay in the end, didn't it? On we go! There aren't many rooms left on this floor, so I feel like the first key has gotta be with one of these guys. She's such a little scamp sometimes, isn't she? Me? Oh, this is getting confusing. On with the next fight. Oh, crap. That's a lot of tough bandits. Maybe I should have went back and healed first and refilled my flask. I mean, I've got some charges left on it, but... Uh-oh. Come on, Ren. You can do this. Wait, am I talking to myself or her? So what if they're buffing themselves up? They're just overcompensating. So what if she's slowly bleeding out? So what if... Oops. Guess sheer willpower alone isn't enough to win some battles, huh? Anime lied to me! Wait. What's going on here? If you lose a fight, it's not game over? Huh. But sadly, it looks like we're all out of time for today, folks. So if you want to find out what happens next, make sure to tune in again. Until then, and thank you for watching Super Ultra